So what were we saying about
I was trying to see if
grilling
you could barbecue chitlins.
chitterlings?
Yeah, barbecue them chitterlings.
But why, Frank?
Because we barbecue and everything else.
Sometimes you don't need to. There are things that you can do that you don't need to do.
Oh,
Well,
Cecily,
maybe
you
you
sounded
shouldn't
like my
do.
mother. Oh,
That's
Lord, that's exactly what my
that's
mom said. Just
actually-
because you can do something don't mean you should.
You know what? I
That's
grew up in the
wisdom.
church, and
Mhm.
that's a whole sermon. You want me to find the scripture for it?
Gone in the book of
Reverend Dr. Professorly, everybody.
Reverend Doctor. In the
Reverend
book
Professor.
of, I actually thought you were looking it up, Cecily.
I believe Cecily had a Bible in her lap at all times.
He's so prepared.
Like, that wouldn't surprise me.
Cecily looked like the guest pastor that'll talk shit about the food at the service that they giving up for free.
Don't she? She like, I don't need no robe. I'm straight ministry, no costume. What?
I'm about to give you this. I'm about to give you this word in these Wrangler jeans.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
and my
man.
earrings is the revolution. Everybody needs to see these earrings. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
How's everybody week? How's everybody's week been?
Good. Good.
Cecily, is that
Damn,
a
Chris.
polite
Good,
answer?
Frank? Is that you?
Frank,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Hold on. Let me mute myself. This nigga's over here screaming and shooting off
I
fireworks.
just
My
knew.
bad.
How is it still
I
light
really
outside?
have
Good
been
God.
disappointed in Frank the past couple of weeks.
Are you still he's disappointed you again?
Yeah.
I love that Frank goes from being an 83-year-old
And then
person
then
in an
you realize
office
he's
to
20.
a kid. Yeah. Now he's like 14 on the stoop. Not going in. We all know when the voices get loud, you go inside.
You go
No,
inside,
ain't
but
going
he
inside.
refuses
And he was
to go
68 when he
in.
had the
we out
whole
here.
audio thing last week.
These my
When
people,
he
y'all.
had his radio station last week, he was 65.
Oh,
His name was
wait.
Earl.
let's talk.
Frank,
Turn it on.
Frank, what does the sign on your on the thing say? God bless.
Come on now, you know what it say. You
God
know what it
bless
say.
his
Come on now.
house.
God bless this home. Ain't no house, it's a
no.
home.
Get your address
Ain't no
off
house,
her.
it's a home.
Oh.
Yeah. Chill,
It's cool.
chill
They don't know
with
what
that,
street I
chill
live
with
at. They be all right. They don't know what,
God bless this home.
God bless this home, not this house.
You need
A
it.
house is what white people down in Temple got. That's what they got. Paying for them houses every month, kicking them niggas out so you can live closer to campus. That's a house. I got a home. We've been dealing with trauma in this bitch for decades. That's a home. I got
That word. Did you hear that? Did you hear the silence?
That was real.
It got quiet like it was a room full of white people living in North Philly. It got quiet.
I was just trying to process.
When you hear these fireworks, you know it ain't nothing but trauma in this neighborhood. Niggas are yelling at each other, Cecily, and they on the same side of the street. Hear that?
Them fireworks, that's what you're hearing. They can't hear themselves.
This is great.
I think something is gonna happen on 4th of July. I think.
You mean cases of the Rona are gonna go up? That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I think cases of Corona gonna go up, and I think the answer to the fireworks theory is gonna be discovered on 4th of July. It has to. Like
the fireworks theory.
Whatever reason, there's this collective, just excitement in fireworks all across the nation.
I think this is one of those things where I think Black people, we're such conspiracy theorists that we just won't look at the truth for what it is. Because I had a theory when this first started. My theory when all of this started was that, because it was like you would hear firecrackers and then you would hear this loud ass firecracker that kind of didn't sound like a firecracker. So I'm like, I think they're using the firecrackers as a dummy to test dynamite that they using to like bust in this shit. Because if you sandwich it in between there, you might not think. You'd be like, oh, I guess that was just the grand finale. And then, wow, the side of the Wells Fargo is missing. But now I think what the theory is that really these are all the fireworks that niggas went in the store and stole And so now they just literally burning up the
Like, shit, what am I doing with all these goddamn fireworks?
Literally.
Yeah, and to that point, there's probably not going to be as many fireworks going off on 4th of July because everything's shut down.
No, it's not that. It's not going to be as many fireworks on the 4th of July because niggas ran out of fireworks.
Yeah.
They done shot it
That's
all
what
off.
I thought SB was gonna say. That's what. Because how many fireworks did you carry in your arms running from the cops?
I mean, niggas definitely carried an ATM, so niggas ran off with ATM. So I think they can do like fireworks.
I love how you went from no, it's not a government conspiracy, it's niggas. I love how you went from blame the government to blame these niggas. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I bought into the idea that like just more people had more time to be setting off fireworks and are like sitting at home with this money. But I bought into that, and then I heard that some of the sounds are just like, is it a machine? You know what I mean? I've heard that too, and it could be all of it. But I see actual explosions. I do actually see them most of the time when I hear the sound. So
I've lived in the hood for 20 plus years, and I can honestly say this is the first year of my life where fireworks have stopped conversation in my house. It's never happened. Like we'll just be like, "Wow," and then everything stops. And I'm like, "Was that?" Yeah. Fuck it. Like,
yeah.
It might be.
Well, yeah. When you hear a stray one at 3 o'clock in the morning, because that happened to me the other night, and I was like, "What the fuck was it?" That was just a single oof sound.
Yeah, like some 11-year-old could only sneak out for 3 minutes to like one firecracker.
Let me play with this. I got 2 minutes to play with this illegal dynamite.
Yeah.
Which is like one. Also, I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to ration my dynamite.
Yeah. This nigga lighting the dynamite before he get outside to maximize time. Say, I gotta time it just right. I gotta light it right before I get to the back door.
Yeah.
SB, if you have SB, I've noticed this every week. I don't know what angle you have your webcam, but it looks like the same angle that like African dads use when they taking a selfie. It's like I can see everything up under here, and like when you tilt your head back far enough, you look just as bald as Manny. Because like your cut is low enough.
Yo, you know what's
like,
funny
look
about
at him. Look at him. Stay right there.
Let me do the comparison shots. Let me do it. Okay. Which one is it? I don't know. Which one is that?
Lawyers. I'm a lawyer.
Manny looks like both of y'all. I was getting ready to say one of y'all looks like the Stefan Urkel to the Steve Urkel, but both of you niggas look like Steve Urkel. Like both of you niggas are the Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
You guys could be family.
Right, you know you're too young to know what that show is. Don't
Okay.
trip.
All right.
You just Google that.
Nigga, do you see my blinds? Do you see my blinds in my house? Nigga, I have. It says God bless this home in the front of my house. What you think we watching in here? Modern Family?
Craig is talking to you like you're a child because you're on the stoop. As soon as you get back inside, you'll be old again, Frank. You'll be old. That's how Frank is like Clark Kent and Superman. He's like, out here, I'm a child.
But inside, I'm gonna go in the crib. When I get back in the crib, I'm gonna watch Matlock. How about that, man? I'm gonna go watch old white television now. That lets you know how old I am.
Oh, when you watch an old white TV, oh hell yeah, you old. Anybody can watch
don't
old
make me
black
go back
TV.
to Perry Mason on you.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's ungodly. I can't.
Black and white.
Yeah, that was rough. I used to hate that. Because when
Black
you grow up with
and
old black
entertainment.
people, like you don't have a say in what you want to watch. You watch what they want to watch. Like I remember
any parent-child relationship.
No, some parents are nurturing. Some parents actually some parents actually want their children to like, know that their voice matters. That's why white people won't shut the fuck up. Because their parents, when they're little, just like, you matter. What you say matters. Yeah, to you, I don't give a fuck about nothing this doofus is talking about at all. Like, you should tell him that we don't care. But no, participation trophies for everybody.
People to care about their words. White people say a lot of words that y'all expect people to care about. And I come from a place where no matter what words you say, don't nobody give a fuck, never. So when white people, it's so
Yeah, that's
interesting.
true.
I'm like, oh, you really want me to care about all these words coming out your face?
It's like they're still talking. God,
Yeah.
wow, this is
Oh.
crazy. Like
Another word.
out of body experience. Like this person still
My dad
thinks I'm
didn't say
interested in
that
what
many
they're saying.
words.
Wow.
I was at church talking to my friend in the bathroom, and I said, "Mind your business." And one of the older ladies of the church was like, "You don't have any business." And I was just like,
Yep.
all right, I
Yeah.
guess.
Ooh.
Did you ever get hit with the school as your job?
No.
I got hit at school.
No.
This is exactly, that was so black. That was
was
so
so
that was
I got
so
hit. I got hit
black.
today.
Oh, somebody talk about getting hit? Yeah.
My mom hit me today.
See, and this is exactly why black men need to go to therapy, because that nigga been dying to talk about this for arguably like 20 years. This nigga been trying to talk about this for 2 decades.
Yeah, this one right here.
Here's the thing. My parents love me, but if you wanna have any, black parents don't have the time to give a fuck about everything, unfortunately, especially with your my mom just found out last week that in 2nd grade I did karate. At a,
What? Okay.
Wait a
at a,
minute.
pro,
Wait
at
a-
a program that she sent me to. At a program she sent me to. She was like, wait, what were you doing? You did karate? When? Where? I was like, in 2nd grade at the Honeyman Center. How did I know about this? I was like, because nobody was asking me how my fucking day was when I walked in the house.
Oh.
Everybody was just trying to find out where dad was and trying to relax after work. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I talked that with my parents. Like, I don't expect them. Looking back now, there's no way they could have sat with me and been like, "Hey, Chris, what makes you happy?" When they were third world, they were immigrants coming here in the '80s, trying to go up and trying to make it in New York City. Like that just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was for you. But here's the thing: you didn't exist for your well-being. Ain't that some shit? You didn't exist for your future. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't have time to talk to you now because I'm too busy trying to keep you alive so I can talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, we watched Perry Mason in my house. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it wasn't. If I gotta go to work tomorrow to make money so you can fucking eat, we gonna watch what I want to watch. Fuck what you want to watch.
My dad would just take the remote. There wasn't a conversation. I would just be like, oh.
Yeah.
Gonna watch the
I
news
see,
again
I
at
see.
6 o'clock. Okay, I thought I'd.
I was
Watching
just like,
Rugrats.
I was just like for you guys to know that I grew up in a nurturing household, and I
This is
mean,
like
my parents are divorced. They fought all the time, but I was nurtured. They cared about me. My mom talked to me. She talked
hashtag
to
not
me.
all black people, y'all.
Yeah.
I was ready to say,
Essentially.
all we're doing is showing
Just
white people that all we're doing is showing white
There's
people there's 2
diversity.
households.
My
that
parents
niggas grow
fought
up in.
too. There's two things. You either didn't grow up nurturing or your parents fought and it was nurturing, kind of. I think Cecily and I are in that same boat. So there's 2 experiences of black people, white people.
Just 2.
Well, I'm gonna write that
You were
down
either
real quick.
nurtured,
Only
nurtured,
2.
or you were taken care of. That's it.
Nurtured
Taken care
or
of does
taken
not
care of.
imply
Wait,
nurturing
what?
at all. You were either nurtured or taken care of. Like, I had clothes on my back, I had food in my stomach, I had a good education, I went to church and had good morals. But ain't nobody give a fuck about how I felt. Ain't nobody give a fuck about my day. Like, nobody cared about what shoes I wanted. It was like, nigga, you ain't going outside barefoot. That's all that matters. Put them shacks on.
You trying to say Cecily ain't had no shoes?
No. I'm saying Cecily probably had these
Nurtured.
shoes. She had them nurturing shoes.
Yeah.
Frank got the
She
take
had-
care
she had
shoes.
Yeah.
If my parents could have got shoes at the grocery store when they was buying Frosted Flakes and corn pops, that's all we got to eat for breakfast, like, they would have got me the shoes there.
Oh, we got shoes from Meyer. It's like a Walmart.
Oh, see, now I'm showing my age because I'm like, I ain't never had no shoes in my grocery store.
It was like a Walmart in Ohio, and yeah, I got shoes from there. So you go over to the little section. I didn't have like special Nikes or Fila's or whatever. So
Oh man, Cecily, you was taken care of.
no.
Cecily said
And
Fila.
Nikes and Fila's in the same sentence. You were taken care of, okay?
Wait, she said
Fila's, they
Nike.
were
She
just
said,
taking care of
she
you.
said I didn't have
He
Nike
said I had Nike Fila's.
Fila's, not special shoes. Like,
Y'all got did y'all see them new Nike Felines?
That's some take care of shit right
They
there.
spell feline. They spell feline in the shape of the Nike check. Y'all see that? That's that hot shit now.
Shut up.
Ooh.
Shut your
Yeah,
mouth.
no, we had that here too. We had the flea market, so we had instead of Nike Airs, they were just Airs.
Airs, yes.
Oh, God.
Yep, it was just air, and it was always in cursive or in very bold Gothic writing, and it just lasted like maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, because the font belongs to Nike. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they had to make up a whole new font.
Yeah.
The worst part, I was 6'6", so I got hand-me-down Airs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shannon got airs from the 70s. Growing up in the 90s.
See, y'all had
Them
to do
errors weren't
that.
even really free yet.
Yeah.
In the South Bronx, we had those other parts of the culture that I learned about this in anthropology of poverty. Like there's a structural functionalism to poverty. So when fresh fruit goes to the next store, it goes to certain neighborhoods, right? Like when off-brand or like when items, what I'm saying is I got off the table sneakers. Did y'all have those? So I didn't have to go and get off-brand. What they would do is tie the shoelaces in a knot and throw them on the table and sell them for like $20. But everybody you went to school with knew. I remember one kid looking at my shoes. I don't know how he knew they were off the table shoes. He didn't live in the
because he had a
Bronx.
pair too.
Because
I was
he
like,
had
he
them
must have
too,
had some.
yeah.
He had a
And
pair
he
too.
was calling me out before he got Danny Bogan. I'll never forgive you for this shit. You really gave me anxiety when you called out that my Air Pegasus is what I had. And he was like, I don't know, those look like off the table shoes. And that's when I started talking like a nervous white person. I was like, well, no, I mean they're not off the tables. I mean, what you do is you go to the table and then you get them and then you tell the guy that you want them and then he goes and he gets them for you. Like they're not off the tables. They're not off the tables. Danny Bogan, fuck you, Danny Bogan. He did it.
That's funny. If you want to get a nigga to talk proper, just insult him. Nigga, that lineup is fucked up. Well, excuse me.
No.
I was running late for an appointment.
My barber had been off for a while, and
I was running a little late for my appointment, and he had to rush. Oh, so you saying you was running on nigga time? That's not what I'm
That's
saying.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying
I got
something.
caught in traffic.
Circumstances were such that I couldn't be there as planned.
How you get caught in traffic? Your family ain't got no car, nigga. It's always that one in the back and say the shit over everybody.
Caught in traffic on a bus, nigga. Stop talking like that.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst.
It's horrible.
That's to be caught in traffic on the bus. It's like, damn it, I'm already on the bus. Yeah. The worst, and this is terrible, is when, Senior Citizen Day. There was a day when I was riding the bus down from Mount Airy to Broad and Erie that would be like seniors. I don't know if stores were having discounts or what.
Tuesday is Ross's discount day.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ross back open?
Shannon just dipped out when I talked about the old people. You next, Shannon. Bring your ass back.
Shannon heard Ross discount. I was like, oh, I'm about to go get me some box now.
I gotta go down there.
He said on Tuesday, if I leave tonight, I'll get back in Philly.
Yeah.
I need a new polo for my next headshot. I need another.
This nigga walking in, he be like, y'all got shades on sale.
But yeah, because the bus has to kneel at every stop. Every stop.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Old people and disabled people. Look, they always get on the bus at the worst possible
when I'm
time.
late.
They never get on the bus when I got time to spare. They always get on the bus when I got somewhere to be. Always.
Yeah.
It never fails. I think, honestly, man, I think they should have their own. And I'm not saying no separate. I'm not saying.
You trying to say separate but equal? Oh my God!
Thoughts and opinions of Franklin Neblett do not reflect the
going back
thoughts
to
and opinions of
1950.
Look. The problem. Here's the problem. No, here's the problem with 1950, and let's be honest about it. Separate but equal wasn't the problem. It was the problem that it was separate, and it damn sure wasn't equal. I'm saying if we give them their own bus, and we make it better than that's what I'm saying. I don't want to just give them their own bus. I want this shit to be better than mine to justify me giving them their own bus.
Then you gonna be on their bus. We know how this goes. We give them better spots, and we steal their parking spots. You know how this goes.
Frank's not one. Frank is the one that does that.
Yeah, you kind of right.
That park in the
Why are you talking white all the time? Why are you talking like
I definitely use my father's handicap sticker when I go downtown.
Problem, Franklin.
Look, man, it's a system. It's a system, and everybody's
give them better shit so I can take it.
Yeah,
I want them to have.
You sound just like the whites.
But here's the difference. I may sound like the whites, but I wouldn't do it like the whites. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would give them a nice bus, and then I would control myself and not go on it. But you know what the solution is? You got to make it so that their bus don't have no seats on it. No seats on the bus for them. Your seat is your wheelchair. That's why you go on here. We strap you in. You ain't got no wheelchair. You don't get on. There we go. Boom. You got to have a wheelchair to get on the disabled bus.
You know how
we got to find a better term than disabled bus, because that don't sound good.
I don't like it.
You know how they say that the youth are the like hope of the
Shannon
future?
just unmuted. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead,
Shannon's about to put his
here we go.
Shannon's about to put his video on.
Go on, Shannon. Say what you gotta say.
Call it the handy van.
What did you say in Hawaii? What?
In Hawaii, we call it the handy van. I've never ridden that thing in my entire life. Just its name.
You can't trust nothing called the handy van. I don't trust them people that have boundaries. I don't like that.
Yeah. Everybody you don't want on that bus is on there. You got Joe Biden on that bus.
Exactly. Everybody want to give you a massage on the handy van.
Bill in the back trying to sell Quaaludes to people.
You know what I mean?
Bill in the back with a trench coat talking about, I got what you need.
When you said Bill, I was like, which Bill? Because even Clinton is back there biting his bottom lip. Clinton back there.
I said the handy man. I'm the handy man for the handy man. Get it.
You said it like it's a commercial.
Handy man. Oh, handy man. Come pick this nigga up.
Oh my gosh.
That's our theme song. That's Fergie's theme song from now on. Just Frank singing in the beginning. And then Cecily not approving.
Cecily singing with Cecily shaking her head the whole time. No, man, I'm saying it could work. Here's the thing. I'm for everybody having everything that they need for them to successfully exist. Like I really think niggas should live by ourselves and white people should live by themselves. We just need it to look just as good over here as it is over there. And then we would never fuck with y'all. We wouldn't. We would never come to them for nothing.
That's like Muhammad right there. That's the preachings of Elijah Muhammad.
Man, look. All I'm saying is this. A quarantine that happened, a revolution that happened. I'd be dead if I keep my opinion to myself any longer. We need separate.
You done said so much. You done said so much. I'm gonna stop my video so my mama can't see what I'm doing. But you done said so much.
I mean, all right. So look, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this, Manny. I'll ask you this, Manny. Since the butter's coming. All right. If I told you there was a neighborhood, all black, everything's solid. Your kids can get a good education. You don't have to worry about potholes being in the street. Like the taxes are going towards what it should be going towards. The policing is proper. It's a nice balance between them and civilian. Like if it was everything we complain about not having, if I told you all of that is over here without white people, would you not go? Would you not go?
I feel like I should get off the video and
I'm there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely there.
I mean, I think we've had that.
I feel what you're saying.
That in Tulsa. I think we've had that in Harlem. I think we've had that. But it's been destroyed. It's been destroyed.
Yeah, but they ain't doing that now. I wish they would try that now.
I think what you're
Well,
pointing out is so important. It sounds like we're in pursuit. It seems like we're in pursuit of whiteness. All these black, at least the black movements in America, seem to be in pursuit of whiteness and what white people have, when they're actually just, we're in pursuit of our own. That's all we want is our own. We
Yeah,
don't
we
want
just want our own shit.
y'all or your shit. We want our own and to be left alone with our own.
And I feel like the sucky part about being here is that a lot of the shit we want that is good is connected to whiteness only because they have it for themselves and have made sure nobody else can have it. So it's like, for me to want nice things, like some people will look at that and say, oh, for me to want nice things or for me to want this is me aspiring towards white shit. I just want my shit to be nice over here. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's all I want. That's all I want. And I want the disabled to have their own bus so I can have mine. That's it.
There's this girl. She passed away. She's an incredible. She had this awesome bit about. She's like, I want disabled people to have their own bus, not because I care, but they take so goddamn long to get on the
bus. Shannon, while you're laughing at how long disabled people take to get on the bus, Frank is getting bombed. And
yeah, that one got me. Yo, that joint made me
literally dodging fireworks on the stoop.
They're shooting them on my literal block. So I saw
Frank looks like he's in Vietnam. How old are you, Frank?
Hey,
he looks like he's in Vietnam.
Isn't there a dude on the radio? Yes, in all the Vietnam movies, there is a dude with a headset who's like radioing people and being like, "What? Yeah."
Oh, I wonder what it feels like. I've never been to Africa. Just to that point of that feeling of whatever is ours is not connected to some sort of whiteness. I feel like if I went to Africa, I wouldn't come back. It would just be like, I don't know, I imagine this feeling of safety and belonging being in a powerful Black country. I just feel like if I went there, I just wouldn't come back.
Well, aren't there, I mean, I'm just asking mainly, aren't there like a bunch of places in Africa that were like colonized by like white people similar to, so it's like, it's just, for some places, like I know it's just as rough over there being a nigga as it is being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only place I've been to in Africa is South Africa, and there's definitely obviously like that's like the place that has been affected by colonization, but they all have, so there's still that link, and it's kind of depressing actually. I've only been to South Africa, but what I've read about like, you know, West Africa and you know, majority Black countries, there's still that link, that history of colonialism and how it's kind of fucked them over.
Manny, I need you to say West Africa.
Oops.
You muted yourself. You told Chris what to say, and then you went on mute.
Oh no, I was saying Manny. I was saying I need you to say West Africa 2 more times so Satoyo can pop up.
So West Africa 2 times. Lift your sleeves up and
yeah, West Africa. Pull them up. Start breakdancing. You got breakdance with your sleeve up and just keep saying West Africa the whole time.
Oh my god.
Satoyo's gonna be like, "It is I."
You just reminded me of such sweet moments in the room. There would be time when Frank was on music at Fergie's, and he would put on some neo soul, something that would just move Satoyo. You could see the joy wash over him, and him start saying, showing all his dancing abilities. Yeah, and ask you.
Yeah, he'd be like, no, he wouldn't even ask me because he'd be like, I like what you did right there. That's nice. That's nice. He'd be like, what you know about that? I'd be like, what you know about that?
Serious question. Does Satoyo cut his own hair, or does he have a barber living in his closet? Like, what's going on?
He's been self-grooming with guidance, I think he said. I think he said he got like a virtual appointment. He got some virtual coaching in how to cut his hair.
Okay. It always looks on point. It never looks bad. I don't know. The parts are like perfect every single show. It's something that I've been wondering about.
West Africa.
Y'all tag him. Where you at,
Satoyo? Get Satoyo in here.
But the thing y'all were saying, when I think about Black Americans going to Africa, I think of Ali, I think of Richard Pryor, I think of Chappelle retreating to Africa, I think of a moment, and I know why the cage bird sings, that I still remember, when Maya Angelou talks about, I think she was in Ghana, and somebody walked up to her, and it felt like they were yelling at her. And she's like, what? And then like people just kept coming up to her and talking. And then finally her guide explained to her, we're in an area that was ravaged by the slave trade. You look like someone that they know. They are mixing you up with someone. And what I got from that story is that in the States, we have, our bodies are strangers to people in the States. That's the understanding here culturally, is that this body is a stranger. Like Frank, when you said one time you want to bring all your niggas from the block, like that's something I want to do with the show. Cecily, it's tied to something we talked about where I was like, I am this person, but in my identity as a Black woman, I am everybody. I'm the constellation of relationships that surrounds me. I'm my mama, I'm her mom, I'm all these people. And what Maya Angelou seemed to be describing is that she had that experience in Africa, where here you're just a body, which is a shell of a person moving around. So that's an experience that I imagine having. Maybe it's idealistic. She doesn't describe it in an idealistic way. It's awkward to have people yelling at you, but it's profound to imagine that you look like family to them. That's why they in your face. You look like family. We don't get that. When when people, excuse me, when white people err, they're faced with a criminal justice system that recognizes them as potential children of theirs who have erred, potential like relatives of theirs who have erred. When we enter that same criminal justice system, we're strangers. We are a bad behavior that somebody pinned to us. I would just love the experience of somebody tying me as a person is to a network of people. Really interesting. Sorry, I got deep, but like that's how I feel about it.
We was talking deep stuff.
I
was joking about it, but it's real shit.
I think about that because my parents were raised, I think about this all the time. My parents were raised in Haiti and they came over here in like when they were 27. So they were grown people before they came to America. And I just wonder, I always think about, man, like growing up in I know it's a third world country, but still growing up in a Black country from the time you're a baby to you're 28. So you had that familiarity. You have that sort of, I belong here just as much as anybody else does. Any more guilty than any other person. You have that all the way up to 28, and then you come to America, and then that's where you get the unfamiliarity. But I always wonder what it must have, how that even changed the relationship between my parents and me, and how they probably weren't able to relate to other parents, Black parents, or even other Black sort of like in issues that were immediate because they were just coming over. I mean, I'm sure about it, but I think that does a world of difference. I could never like, really really know it, but I think about that a lot.
I think about what it's like to be in a Black country with Black leadership. Like,
yeah.
Where someone like Obama isn't a big deal. Like, and then that just reminds me of how, I think we've talked about it before, the whole world is ready for the United States to get it together. Like the whole world was excited when Obama was elected because they were like, finally, US, you're catching up with what you say you are, like a little bit, like, come on, US. I think about the fact that the US has not been able to elect a female head of state where other developed nations have been able to have non-male heads of state. I think that nations in Africa have been really good at female leadership in spite of what we think about Black misogyny. I think There's interesting stuff going on. Yeah. Around the world. And we are behind. We are actually behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because it's like, this may sound crazy, but as like, I kind of, at least in this conversation, I relate to America only like this much in the sense that it's like, hold on. All right, we good.
He was just about to say something about America.
Yeah,
I love America.
I love it. Frank, stand up and
The
sing the national
bombs
anthem.
bursting in air. Yeah.
But no, it's like I can relate to America just slightly because it's like, at least me being one of the younger ones around a lot of you guys often, it's like the running joke, and I'm cool with it because it's funny, is that like, oh, I'm the younger one. So it's like, on a lot of things, I'm still getting my shit together. I'm still learning how things work. It's not to say I'm incompetent or I'm not able to do. It's just like I'm young, so it's like I got shit to learn. It's like, so I can relate to America in that sense that it's like, I mean, this is still a young. I mean, don't get me wrong, a couple hundred years is not a short time, but in comparison to a lot of other nations that have been around, we're still children. Like, we are very much a baby country. When you're looking at the fact that England's, or like what, England and the UK, that's been around for how long? Other European nations, shit.
Oh no, I really didn't like the European history, but I understand they were around for a while.
You get hell, even Africa. Like as an example, like there's so many countries in Africa that have been there so much. Like the fact that we're here on the like the understanding that we were taken from somewhere else that was already a place long before we got taken, and we helped make this place. Like, it really shows you how childish and feeble-minded we are as a country, but that makes sense because children are feeble-minded. Like, we're a feeble-minded country, but it's, I don't want to say that because it's like, I'm at the point where it's like, I'm tired of it taking time, and as well as everybody else's, but it's like, unless we keep burning shit down like we did recently, or just start going like crazy or whatever, time is going to be the thing that it takes for us to actually get our shit together and do right. And the sad part about that is that, hell, even me being a young one, I'm probably gonna be dead long before that even happens.
I just want to say I didn't burn nothing. Wanted to, didn't burn nothing.
I didn't burn nothing either.
I didn't steal anything.
Right.
I didn't punch anybody in the face.
I didn't punch nobody, but it feels good to say these words. But
I didn't tell anybody not to.
You know what I mean? I didn't get out here and say, y'all stop burning. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I didn't shove somebody and then blame it on somebody else just to start a fight. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I did not do that.
Yeah.
I did not instigate fights between woke allies at all. And I said, this bitch said this about you just to watch them fight. I did not.
No, I didn't.
I did not do that. I do not regularly accuse white members of our crew of saying the N-word just because it's funny. I don't do none of these things. But I especially did not burn nothing down. But fire's cleansing. You see what I mean? I have this belief in the cleansing nature.
I set some fires.
And you got away with it. He can get away with it.
Y'all, this is tomorrow night.
Brandon burned down the Minneapolis police.
Brandon looked like he started all the riots. He got the uniform on. Look, everything except
looks like Andrew. He just looks like the organization.
If you scruffied up your beard a little more and put like a general coat on. Oh, was that Shannon? Go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just Brandon is piling random bricks on the side of the road.
What I'm saying is, if you see bricks, if a group of people are leaving bricks out, use them to build walls. Not everything needs to be attacked. Just put bricks in the street so more cars can't come. This is what I'm saying. If they are already there, you don't throw them, but you can build walls to stop things from coming. Not everything needs to be offensive. Try to remember that, especially other white people. We're really good at the offense, not so great at the defense.
Strategies.
Yeah.
Can fingerprints
as a chess coach, I agree with this,
bricks?
To bricks.
I just want to know.
I know. I need to know about the forensics.
See, this is this is also why I keep my headphones in when I talk to y'all on the porch, especially, because if any nigga walked by and heard Brandon's white ass voice talking about leaving bricks on the street, they'd be like, "Who the fuck is he talking to? Who leaving the dope in the street? That's not smart. This nigga the feds."
You know, I don't know if you can get a fingerprint on a brick because there's so much dust on it.
That's the white man talking. Don't do that. They'll find a way.
Yeah, I immediately go to DNA. I don't even like flicking butts on the street. I don't like leaving DNA out here.
You said you don't like flicking what?
Flicking butts. You know what I mean? Things I don't like my mama to know about.
I didn't throw my dreadlocks out for that reason. I was like, I don't want that much of my hair floating anywhere. No, I'm good. I'll keep it in a bag and I'll just let it decay in here. And when it's just a bunch of nothing, then I'll go bury it.
You have the hair thing too, except Cecily, did you grow up flushing your hair down the toilet?
Yeah.
No.
I grew up in a family that would burn it.
I was told not to let a bird get your hair because you'll go crazy.
Whoa. That's some Haitian shit.
What?
Oh, that has to be a metaphor for white people somehow. The birds are above, looking down. They don't let it get to the.
And they always try to get your hair. They always try to get your hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, my belief was it definitely sounded Haitian, but it came from my Southern Baptist family. Like something about don't put your hair in the trash. If you have to dispose of your hair, flush it down the toilet. You don't want nobody to get a hold of your hair. This was definitely in our belief system. Don't let nobody get a hold of your hair.
Yep. It's crazy how, like, the more you talk with Black people, you really do find those similarities. Like, it's just small similarities about the experience that's shared. And we didn't flush ours down the toilet, but we would ball it up. Like, if you were getting your hair done, you have all the little hairs, whatever, or any hair that came out, we would ball it all up, put it in an ashtray, take it out back or out front or whatever, and then just set it on fire and then just let it burn out.
Fuck. This entire process to avoid leaving your hair out. Yeah.
Yep.
That's like really feels ritualistic.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to say, it's like, even as a kid, I'm like, why are we? And then it has a little flame. It looks very real, ritualistic. So it's like, I want to know where that comes from. At least the way we doing it. But also, we talking too much, y'all. We talking too much around these white folks.
We talking too much around Gorin and sometimes Shannon. Yeah.
Gorin and Shannon's profile picture.
Yeah. Gorin and Shannon Monday to Saturday when he doesn't see us.
Shannon's profile picture looked like he looked like he getting ready to tell a nigga to go home for the rest of the week. He gonna do it nice till you see him like, hey man, you've been doing such great work. But long ass we need you to go home for a couple of days. If that's okay. It's still everything's good. You know, we just gotta reevaluate some things.
We appreciate your hard work and your good attitude. You're a great team player. This guy.
My favorite word. We appreciate your dedication. You know I ain't dedicated to this motherfucker. Yeah. I've been late every day that I've been here.
Shannon looks like the boss that's so affirming when they fire you that you don't know you just been fired.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Sure.
you have no idea.
You're a star player.
You would be the perfect boss, Shannon, because it's like if you had to fire a nigga and they tried to make it about race, you could just be like, I don't see color. I don't see anything actually.
You black? I would have had no idea. I would have got rid of your ass a long time ago.
Just turning around on them race. I care about white people. What are you talking about? My great grandfather was white. They're like, no, I'm black. Oh, I didn't know that either.
You can't see color, but you can hear color, motherfucker.
His employers will be trying to back him in the corners and be like, if you can't see, how you know I was doing a bad job, huh? You didn't see me fuck up. Well, somebody told me. Oh, so we going off hearsay. That's what
it'd be like, yeah, my buddy here, Manny, told me.
Not admissible in a court of law.
Right. My buddy Manny told me that you black. Manny said fired and Manny said it.
Job.
So Brandon sent us some research that I will share with you.
Okay. I don't want this.
Do y'all have audio? It's chitlins, yeah.
Oh, you can grill them. That's nasty.
Where they at? Where the grill
Is
part
that
at?
Brandon cutting that up? Is this a video of you, Brandon?
I try not to eat meat.
You just make this video?
Oh, that's Shannon.
Yeah.
I mean, he is grilling it. He's.
Oh.
Aww.
That kid's cool.
Poverty is so adorable.
For some reason, I mean, I hope that's family member and not a.
All right, hold up.
Do you hope she doesn't work for him?
Yeah.
Come on.
I gotta wait to see what they look like when they're done cooking, because in the middle it don't look too.
This is not.
That don't
looking
look
good.
appetizing.
This is
It
not
don't look
looking great
appetizing.
at all.
I mean, we're on
Eric
minute
is not
11.
like
Like, let it cook. Let it cook.
look at SBB and the dad
Oh,
on the
it's
grill.
swirling. It's swirling.
Yeah, I gotta have patience. Oh, look at this. What is this bullshit? Thank you.
Ads.
Skip that.
I
mean,
Oh, it looked too jiggly.
ooh.
Okay.
No, let it cook, man.
I actually have not seen a chitterling this up close.
I could have lived without saying it.
All right, that's enough slicing that piece of chitterling. I
Yeah, I
want to know
was
about this. It's that piece that I can't make peace with.
Yeah.
It's this.
piece.
It's
Oh,
these.
yeah.
That's
What
not
is
all
this?
right to me in my heart.
Oh, they definitely look like.
They're
Oh, they
not
look more
all
like
like
intestines
in
when they're
general.
grilled.
No.
You need that
No.
in sauce. I'm not a chitterling eater. I just want to be clear.
I'm not
you know,
either.
Yeah, neither am I.
But I'm just saying, why would you do that outside of a sauce? You need
Chris-
that buried.
Chris, are you a chitterling eater?
You know what's funny? I didn't grow up with chitterlings. I grew up with griot, which is fried pork, but not chitlins, not this.
It definitely look like
looks
shit.
good.
But that's what it's the intestine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't eat it today, but it does look tasty.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I fucked that up.
You would fuck that up? I mean, it's starting to look like
This
grilled
looks like pork belly.
octopus.
You know, it's starting to like grilled chicken.
Yeah.
That's the way they cut it up.
Yeah,
I bet
but I didn't like
Put
those
some sauce on
mushroom
that?
looking pieces. I didn't like that. Yeah, they ain't putting no sauce on it yet.
Oh no, you see this? I think the sauce right next to it. Oh wow, that actually does not look bad when they cut it up.
That looks
I don't
good.
like.
Man, you
no,
know how
I can
good that
see a
shit would
tube.
taste?
See that tube?
Oh.
I don't like that.
They got
I
the
don't
dipping
like
sauce
that.
right there. You see
Ooh,
the
that is
dipping
a
sauce?
straight up tube.
I don't like no
I'm fine with it.
tube.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
do not-
I don't like no
Oh,
tube.
just a
Take
tube.
it out.
That was
Okay,
only a
thanks.
tube. There was no meat. There was no bone. I've
Oh,
never
wait.
seen that.
Sorry, the next chitterling video is playing. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back.
Shannon, do you eat chitterlings?
Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh,
just do it
boo.
differently.
That's why you were so quiet that whole time, Shannon. You were like, I love this. Whatever they look, I love the shit out of this. I can tell I love it. I love it.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Probably in a kind of gross way. Do it with like the coconut milk.
Ooh, this nigga trying to make the doo-doo with the tube. I'm good. You gonna make creamy chitlins? Nah.
Wow.
You try to ease it out. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have a reaction to that one.
Can't do that. Chitlins was the thing. Chitlins was the thing that made me realize you don't have to do everything your parents did. Like, you can actually have your own mind. In terms of voting Democrat and believing in Jesus, you stick with that. But these chitlins, nah. That shit, that's where I draw the line.
Listen, you were right about the showers. Okay? You were right about brushing teeth. You were right about all these things.
You were
Making
right
the
about
bed.
not letting everybody into your house. You know, it's,
Right about not letting people mess with my hair. You were right about all these things.
but these chitlins though, that and liver, I can't do liver either. That shit is disgusting.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I couldn't. Livers is disgusting. It's just gross. My mom loves the hell out of liver though, but ugh.
How old is your mom, if you don't mind me asking?
She's 58.
That's about right.
Oh.
I've never met a person under 30 who likes chitlins. I'm sorry, who likes liver. Never met them.
Yeah, liver's nasty. I think everyone. everybody in my family, besides my mom and dad, like just hate liver. It's nah, like the kids just didn't. We don't understand.
We don't
Smells
Yeah.
bad, tastes bad. It like there's not even like a nice way to eat it. It's just impossible to. It's everything about it is gross.
Yeah, people will say liver and onions, and I like onions, but I'm like, if that's how you dress up, liver is what happens when your tongue isn't working as well. Like as you age and your taste buds are like, nah,
exactly. That's what I say. You don't meet no young niggas who like liver. It's
no,
don't happen.
No, you wait until your tongue is a little numb from whiskey and smoking and all kinds of rage. You wait.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're not serious about that, are you?
I do think that you get. I imagine. I don't know. I don't have the actual science on this, but I do know that older people. No. But I just imagine that after you use your tongue a lot, because older people lose their taste.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, or at least, okay, I know someone told me this. I don't know if it's real. I just
old people have
they
told
sounded
me this.
authoritative.
They don't taste nothing. Yeah.
No, but it's like your taste buds, they get dull. Because like I didn't used to eat spicy food. And then I started to eat like spicier food. And I was like, oh, I'm getting more adventurous. And then somebody was like, nah, you're actually just getting older.
You're killing
you're dying. You're dying.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, if you have not done that as a bitch, you should. It's like, I'm getting more adventurous. No, nigga, you're dying.
It makes sense that all these older black people with GERD are still pouring all this hot sauce on their food. Like, you got GERD.
They trying to relive the glory days. That's what it is. Like maybe today I'll be able to taste it.
I'm trying to get that first hit, that first taste.
Fuck you, Manny. My morality just went down because of you. I'm not open-minded. I'm just dying.
You are just dying. Yeah. You're not getting more adventurous. You're not getting more mature. You're just dying.
You're just desperate for any kind of
your body's just telling you it's giving up.
Yeah.
So go on and eat that spicy food.
Is it just me, or I went back and listened to Jill Scott's "A Long Walk," and the first few lyrics on the hook sound real cryptic. Like it sounds like we know she's talking about a dude because of the video, but the first few lyrics could sound like she's talking about death. Like, let's take a long walk around the park.
You're here. Dark. I'm pleased. I really dig your company, your style, your smile, your peace mentality. I was blind, now I can see. She gets kind of spiritual.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe she might be talking about death a little bit. And then the video, it's like all dreamy like and everything. And I'm like, all right, okay.
Around the park, after the dark, find a spot.
Then she's talking about reciting surahs and scriptures and shit like that in the song.
Situation.
Should we play the video? Let's play the video.
Who's gonna kick us off?
We're gonna get kicked out.
Oh no. Thanks, FCC.
What?
I said thanks, FCC.
No, it wasn't at Cecily. Look, her face was ready too.
I thought you said, I thought you said me, and I was about to punch him in the face.
Frank is in so much danger whenever Cecily decides she want to be around people again.
2020, get ready.
So I'm gonna make sure that
free.
nigga never see 2020 again. Punch him dead in his eyes.
20.
Okay, Cecily, let me ask you a question. If you were to punch me in my face, would you do it glasses on or glasses off?
Wait, what do you mean? Your glasses on or my glasses on?
That's funny. No, I mean like my glasses. Like if you hit me in my face, would you do it with my glasses on or with my glasses off?
Why would it matter?
Because you may not want to hurt
let her take your glasses off.
You may want to hurt
me.
Now. Let me take your glasses off first, though. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you're in a fight. You'd be like, I just want you to. I don't want to hurt you.
Right. I just want to teach you a lesson.
I'm gonna punch the shit out of you.
But I'm gonna take those glasses off first. Let me just slowly grab the.
I think it's cold-blooded to be like, take your glasses off before I fuck you up. That's like a parent saying, go get my belt. It's so fucked up. It's so sadistic.
I think I would just take whatever your face is at the time. No.
So don't wear your glasses around Cecily, Frank, is what she's saying.
Facts,
Keep them off.
Nah, I gotta keep them on because if I take them off, I won't see her coming.
Hey.
You gotta get
So it's
bulletproof
like-
glasses or something like. Some shit
Titanium
hurts yourself.
glasses.
But where
That would
is
be-
that gonna hit you though? Like
Which-
I'm not. I don't.
Yeah, Cecily's not swinging on you. She's throwing rocks at your balls or something.
Oh, but sometimes her disapproval looks like she actually wants to beat him.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it would be about the face. It seems like booty swats. It seems more like, you know what I mean? Like he's a kid on the bus getting beat in front of everybody, and the grown folks trying not to laugh.
He pulls them by the ear off.
Yeah,
Alright,
she's gonna pull you like
Yeah.
by ear,
So
and by
black
your
people,
ear and shit.
Yeah.
black people, here's a question. How old were you when you started seeing black children get beat in public by their parents and you started to feel a little bit of like you started to laugh, or you're like rites of passage type shit? Like, it's wrong, but it's like she whipping his ass
Honestly,
and he acted up here.
I think I was laughing when I was a kid, and when I got older, I stopped laughing.
Oh, you stopped laughing as you got older?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I would laugh because I'm an idiot. But it would be like me and my brother, like, oh shit, like look at the kid, he's about to get his.
I guess
I'm
because
like,
I'm still
fuck,
young. I be
man.
seeing young boys get swatted, and I just gotta like go to another aisle because I be cracking the fuck up.
Sometimes it feels like swift justice, and yes, I have to get away
Yeah.
and go laugh. But sometimes that child needs to be snatched up.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I think the first time I saw it was in the 2nd grade, and I can still remember how funny, because when a kid is getting, there's something about seeing the child react to the pain. It's terrible. But when they're like, ah, when they're doing all those things,
Yeah.
and then the mama holding them and getting them. Mamas can't just show up at school and beat their kids in front of everybody anymore. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Back
I
in the
remember-
80s, a mama could do that anytime in the middle of class.
Even when I
At
was like,
church.
I was in 3rd grade,
Yeah.
and the girl who was sitting in front of me was acting up the entire day, and the teacher just got sick of it. It was just like, that's cool. And she was in trouble because the teacher usually give you a lecture before she was like, that's cool. I'm gonna just call your mom. And then just went back to the lesson. So we're all like, oh no. So she said, here, y'all do problems, and whatever. I'll be right back. And went to like her desk, called and was like, yeah, I need you to come up here. And like, you could just hear like faint things the mom was saying. It wasn't alone because she's like, I need you to come up here. And you're like, she's like, thank you. And then she just hung up. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no.
And so the mom came in with this big ass, remember the big ass jackets with the fur around the neck? Like the Anthony
Like a
Anderson
Rockaware
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah, exactly. She came in there with that on. It was black and it had the brown fur. She had pink sweats on.
Why do you remember all these details?
I remember all these details.
Frank was also turned on.
I'm gonna tell you. Here's
She
why I
had a
remember
fatty.
though, because it was just as traumatizing for me as it was for the girl. Her mom had red Crocs on too, and when her mom came in the room, she already had a belt in her hand.
Oh no.
And it wasn't even like, she didn't do the half thing where you like take both ends and hold it together. She was holding like a goddamn whip, or just a loose
Just
belt.
like fucking Zelda.
Like it wasn't even her belt. She took it from the janitor in the hall.
She just had Pootie Tang's dad's belt.
She was wearing sweatpants, so why you got a belt?
Why you got a belt?
Yeah.
That's a premeditated ass whooping.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I remember these
That's a
details.
first degree
I'm like,
ass whooping.
And she comes on, she doesn't knock on the door. She doesn't say anything to the teacher. She just opened the door and was like, so you fucking up, huh? In front of a room full of 3rd graders. And was like, so you fucking up, huh? And then before the girl could even say no, she just took the belt and was like, "Got out!" But when she hit her, she hit me too, because I was sitting right behind her.
That was your fault. You should have seen it coming.
I did see it coming. I was looking.
You should have moved. You're supposed to move, Franklin.
But here's where conditioning is bad, because in school they tell us don't get up for nothing. So I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta sit here for this.
You're taking a whip.
And then, and then the bell hit me, and then I got up. I was like, fuck that. But then she just got her ass like destroyed in front of everybody. And that was actually one time where I was like, this isn't fun. I was like, this is sad.
Too much, yeah.
It's like that belt had a mission on its own.
Yeah.
Whoever
that belt
had
was hungry
that
for
belt,
ass.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Generally, if somebody comes belt in hand, you figure they have ass whooping expertise, and you're not going to get hit by the loose end of the belt.
No,
so I see why you stay put.
No,
you don't figure that?
No, because my friends got beat all the time, and the mom would always be like, "Cecily, move."
Oh my God.
She was like, move.
At least she told you to move. She had the expertise to be like, get out the way. This mama was straight reckless.
That's just as cold as take off your glasses. You don't have to go home. I just need you to move over.
Scooch over one. Now, question: did you move back over to them after they got their ass whipped? Or did you stay where you moved to?
Yeah, I moved back over.
See, I'd have been mad. I'd have been like, go the fuck back over there. Come back over here now. You ain't helped me when I needed it.
Yeah.
I remember it was this kid named James in the 2nd grade. It was his mama who gave it. And our school could hit us. They had these rulers the teachers taped together. Because I guess at that point, they were figuring out that maybe your hand on my butt wasn't the good thing. So their solution was rulers.
Same. I got the ruler.
Yep. And so some kids were getting, and the ruler beatings were definitely entertainment for me as a child. I realized this is toxic. I'm gonna have to heal this probably, but how are you?
What was crazy was that the teachers at my school, the teachers had the ruler, and then if you went to the principal's office, they had the yardstick.
Yeah, the principal got to have, yes.
They would beat you with the bigger stick, like
reinforce.
You got to the next level, like, oh, you bad, okay.
Yep.
You gotta get the good guy out.
We playing Mario Brothers with that ass. Just leveled up. Yeah.
In my school,
I remember. Oh my God, this is like. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. In our school, we had our teachers had to slap ourselves. But my brothers and sisters
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Shannon, I'm tired of you making things up. You've been making stuff up for weeks, Shannon.
No.
Wait, what?
I wish the fuck they would make me hit myself. Absolutely not.
They made us hit us and pinch ourselves. But like 9 years before, my brothers and sisters were actually getting slapped. But they started like following the law. So they're like, you slap yourself harder. Like, okay.
He was being taught by some freaks.
That's dark. That's upsetting. That's the most upsetting one.
That's really.
Have you been to counseling, Shannon?
Exactly.
Shannon, this is why Shannon's here. He's trying to get it here.
Shannon, I want you to know we all look traumatized by your memory. Just now, everybody is looking like Gorin's brow was tight. Everybody, SB's jaw dropped. Everybody is disturbed by what happened to you in your childhood. And I laughed at kids getting beat in front of me. I would never.
Miss Kamba and Miss Popey, 2nd and 3rd grade, back to back. They made us slap ourselves.
That's kind of late too. 2nd and 3rd grade, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch them young. You catch a preschool.
I thought that was like kindergarten.
I want to ask my dad if he was aware. I'm just kidding.
This is.
I didn't. Okay, it's not a common thing then. Okay.
No, honey, we're not doing that. We got other people to beat ourselves here, baby.
I had a teacher line us all up. So like, she had the ruler. And then everybody had to put their hand, and then one by one, next.
Everyone?
Yeah, all the boys in the class. Something happened.
Okay.
Something happened, and then she was just like, all the boys in the class get in line, and then smack on the hand.
Ooh, I can imagine she felt good. You know what I mean? She was laying in bed that night thinking about that. Like, I slept every goddamn Saturday.
She can get off still. It's just thinking about that.
Yep. Right now, she's thinking. I remember that day. I lied to all.
Smack them boys.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't even allowed to do that shit.
No.
They weren't gonna tell nobody that.
Actually, she was like, that was the last year I could get it in.
Yep. And all them laws hit.
I'm retiring next year anyway.
Right, exactly.
Best I could do was have a parent come in here and do it for me. That was the best I could do. Hand her the ruler. I was watching this movie called Would You Rather with Brian, because I don't know if I've told y'all about the great healing power of horror movies in my life recently. For some reason, if I hit the right horror movie, it brings me such joy. There's this one called La Llorona. Oh my goodness. La Llorona, I highly recommend, because these babies don't listen to what their mama tell them. Next thing you know, La Llorona's all over their ass. It is wonderful. But would you rather this, I saw Gorin reacting, this like sadistic millionaire has people come to his house for a game and he makes them do things to themselves. And is like, I'm like, yo, I would take the bullet.
I don't like that. Oh, that premise is scary. Would you rather in that type of scenario? Oh no.
Shannon, I say all that to say, yes, definitely get help for the memories.
When the dead silence was like, oh, that wasn't normal.
Yeah, I wanted you to know.
We didn't do that on the mainland, Shannon. We didn't do that on the mainland. That's some island shit. That's some island bullshit right there.
Shannon, it takes a lot to disturb Black. Do you understand? I'm sorry to just refer to us as a monolith, but we out here, baby, talking about our weapons and our traumas.
That teacher was like, if I don't hit y'all, I can't get in trouble.
Manny talking about that's that island shit. Be like, you can't spell island without I. Beat yourself.
How you gonna have your liability in mind at the same time? That is diabolical. Lamar Todd is in the room.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Hey.
No. Oh, see, that
Lamar. Shannon just disturbed all of us. So we out here talking about beatings as we do. It's a normal way of life. You know, kids' mamas come to class with the belt out. Frank got hit in some belt crossfire once when he was in school. The girl acted up so bad. The mama came with full loose belt, whip style, and pow! Two birds. Exactly. He probably was talking. Frank, where did it hit you? Did it hit you like on the lip?
Nah, it hit me like somewhat on like my chest near my
the glasses off.
It was like pow, and I was like ah. And we had them we had them thin ass school shirts, so I had no protection up top, and it was like hot, so I had no undershirt on. And it was just like pow. I'm like, God, and that was a thick ass leather belt.
You probably moved away like it was your fault for being there. Like Cecily said, you should have moved. You were probably like, you know what, my bad.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Cecily. You are definitely right. I should have moved, but I was in third grade. I didn't know.
And it was probably her husband's belt too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't even her belt. She got the serious belt.
You know what? It's probably a belt. Don't nobody wear that belt. That belt is strictly for women.
No, that belt is strictly for ass. Strictly for ass. We had a belt like that in my house growing up. It was a Nike. It was a leather Nike belt.
And we used to get our ass belt?
Yo, just do it. Just do it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine how pissed they are if somebody's wearing the whooping belt? How dare you wear the whooping belt?
Got a name brand ass.
Yeah, I got a name brand ass one. That was the only name brand thing I got, Shannon.
But hey, your parents ain't buy you Nike.
They ain't buy me no Nikes, but they whipped my ass with one.
With a Nike. All right, so we got our whipping stories of this. Shannon going. Shannon, tell Lamar what you told us about your childhood trauma.
I don't want to anymore. I didn't know it was.
That's good.
Well, Shannon, you got beat.
You can say something like that.
So by the time I came around, the laws you couldn't hit the students. So my teachers made us pinch and hit ourselves.
Pinch?
See, Lamar was shocked
before, Shannon.
I heard of that.
That's a whole different thing.
Weird shit before.
I mean, I thought we had brutality on the mainland. That's the next level.
Yeah.
Now you guys are making me like bring back like painful memories. Like one time,
Shannon's about to start crying.
One time Miss Combo said, "I don't see tears." I'm like, okay, so I had to pinch harder.
Oh, she wanted you to cry. She wanted you to
now
pinch
this is
yourself until you cry. This is concerning. I am concerned.
Are we gonna have to end the live stream and really work this out? Shit.
Yeah, we might have to.
No, I'm gonna stay here and exploit it. But
wait,
honestly,
what did she say? What did she say?
Shannon, we're very concerned.
She said, "I don't see tears.
Pinch
yourself
harder.
Like you gotta be. I don't believe you're pinching yourself hard enough. So like I had to like twist it a little bit and be like,
whoa.
Okay, but Shannon, be honest. Were you faking the pain though? Because that's what that's why I wouldn't let babies beat themselves. Because y'all ain't gonna do it right.
I was.
That's
why I don't see tears. So like she knew I was lying. I was absolutely. I'm not gonna hit myself like when when your grandma tells you to go get the stick outside. Like you don't want to get the big one. You're gonna get the small one. Of course, I don't want me to get hurt. But yeah, she said pinch, twist. Like she's telling me to check on me.
I hope she's dead. I hope she's dead for you. That's all I can say.
Oh.
All of my siblings had the same teacher, and it was funny. Like a year ago,
the part of the problem.
About the shit.
Y'all gotta do a documentary.
Yeah.
This is a Netflix documentary.
Like Handmaid's Tale.
This is gonna get us through the quarantine. For real.
Yeah.
That's arguably, in my opinion, that's really worse than hitting the kid.
That's what Lamar was saying. It's worse than a whooping. Yeah.
You gotta mentally.
It's like teaching you to hurt yourself.
It make you hate yourself. Like
yeah.
And you're
it's like, yo, I'm bad. I'm a bad boy. That's how. Shannon, you in that SDM? What's the name of that?
The BDSM.
You need to fuck up.
The bondage.
Yeah.
He has to pitch himself.
I'm just rocking the dog.
I don't see no tears. You're blind. So what?
I don't feel no tears.
I mean, she made at least that teacher made at least one serial killer, right? Like at least one of her students.
Man,
I mean, not serial killer, but there's a lots of meth heads like that. We got the highest.
Shannon, what you just said. What Shannon just said leads me to think that Shannon is the serial killer. The fact that she doesn't have any.
That's what made you to say that. I mean, right there to say it all.
I never killed somebody who didn't deserve it. But yeah, no, we did that.
Shannon definitely looks like an unsub in Criminal Minds. I mean, you do.
He killing niggas and he can't
the way Chris laughed though, the way Chris laughed was like, ha ha. I just lost. I think he's joking. I hope he's joking.
Because I'm looking at his picture, I'm like, I could see there also being dead bodies in the background too.
Yeah. And we know he has a deep freezer. Oh my god.
Oh well, if having a deep freezer makes you a serial killer, then I'm definitely one. We got 2 in my crib.
I know, but you didn't have to beat yourself
already. Y'all got to act like this still normal, so you keep revealing more stuff about it.
Oh yeah, actually, Shannon, what you said is not that disturbing. I had to pinch myself all the time. I did.
My brother used to make
me like, oh my god, I can trust him now. Let me tell you about the time she made me go kill a cat out back.
Or maybe I did that by myself. I can't remember. Either way, I killed that teacher.
He told us,
but she deserved it.
She told us we were just supposed to, look at the chickens and watch them hatch. I went in and slaughtered them, thinking that I could get extra credit.
I wanted to see what was inside.
Well, maybe if I did a dissection in 4th grade, I'm ahead of the curve, right? Like,
I was advanced.
You advanced,
It's a funny thing. I still hear that teacher's voice today. So I hear it loud and clear, like she's here right now.
In my basement.
Shannon's teacher's locked in his basement. He makes her pinch herself until she cries.
Not enough tears.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. No.
Shannon is like Norman Bates or whoever that was in Psycho. It's the teacher's skeleton in a basement with a wig on it.
It's a horror movie, man. That's the whole plot. Yeah. All the horrible horror movies I saw, that's kind of okay. Right there. That's him getting teachers back and shit and having them in the basement and making itty twisted.
Oh my.
We just wrote a movie.
We need this movie right now we need the blind serial killer. Shannon, we gonna run through all your elementary school.
When y'all were talking about it, it made me think of that episode of Boondocks. Remember Stink Meaner?
Oh, yeah.
The
Stank
first one, the
Meaner.
blind nigga samurai? The blind nigga
samurai? Except Shannon's quiet. All he does is laugh because he got teachers in the basement. And you know what? He got them in the basement at them little shitty ass desks with the chair attached. And you know, none of them are if they're left-handed, they're at a right-handed desk. And if they're right-handed, they're at a left-handed desk.
So nigga walk in the classroom now as the killer. He's like, I smell pimp skin.
Y'all pinch
He does all this on mute. That's why we can't see his video. This shit's happening right now.
Yeah. He's doing it. He's doing it. That's exactly what an unsub would do on Criminal Minds.
Who has a phone down here?
How'd y'all get the Zoom link? Get over Shannon in that basement with him. Yeah.
Well, we don't have basements here, but
that's some serial killer thing to say. You know what I mean?
He's got a shed or something.
Exactly.
He's just like, it's not a basement.
He's gonna make it about the basement. That's how they talk.
Basements? Yo,
that's how they talk.
That was slick, man. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, we don't got basements.
In that case, you must not be a serial killer, Shannon.
There's nowhere else for this to happen.
all of you.
The whole reason I'm not a serial killer is because I ain't got no basement. So now I understand. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, like.
All right, guys. My phone is getting ready to die.
All right.
So I gotta get ready to go.
All right.
Bye, Franklin.
Thanks for hanging.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. It's gonna be fun.
See you. It's gonna be fun. Thank you, Frank.
See y'all.
Peace.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Y'all talking about whippings and stuff. My dad, man, used to I got whippings if something was real extreme. I'm the baby of 5, you know what I mean? So other people used to get it before me. And like my brother would get it. And my older brother, he would get it before me. And he would push me in front of him, in front of the body, like a human shit for his whipping. And like he's like, yo, that shit was I reminded him of that shit. Like, yo, man, that shit was fucked up, dog. You used to push me in front of you, like take the beat. But my dad, he used to do some shit that was worse than that, man. He used to make me sit down and fold my hands and fold my legs and just sit down in the chair. And while he watched fucking MASH, I hated MASH. I hated the intro.
Oh, I love
all that shit, man. Yo, man, because I start crying.
It's so depressing.
And I'm like, yo, it'll go from fucking happy ass fucking Sesame Street to MASH. And I'm just like, I'm traumatized. I'm like, what the fuck is this going on? Like, yo, sit down, stop crying, stop talking. You know what? Sit down and fold your hands and legs. And I couldn't fucking speak or talk, and I had to sit down like this. And if I cried, he'd say, I'll give you something to cry about. That serious shit. Oh man, I hate that shit. So now to this day, when I'm chilling, I sit like this.
Yeah, I was taught to clasp. I still sit clasp sometimes. But you just made me so glad I didn't have a daddy. You just made me so glad. And also the thing you said about your brother sound like Nino Brown. Remember Nino Brown at the wedding?
Yes.
How he picked up the little girl when they were shooting. Oh my God, your brother is Nino Brown.
Cold-blooded. That was cold. Oh, he put the little baby in front of the mob.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nino ain't give a fuck. Yeah,
Nino ain't give a shit. Y'all know about New Jack City?
No.
Latisse
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah.
You mean when they were walking outside, like down the steps?
Yeah. It was whose wedding? I think it was somebody's wedding. When when the mom was shooting at Nino and he grabbed the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking real life Nino.
Yeah. No, I know exactly the scene you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
Wait, which movie? I ain't hear you.
New Jack City.
New Jack City.
Oh yeah. Well, I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Where are you? Are you in a library?
I'll be around tomorrow. Huh?
Are you in a library?
Doesn't it look like it? It looks good, right? I figured I put some books behind me. It'll help my credibility.
I had to spotlight your bookshelves and your haircut.
Yeah.
Not mine, but it's all good. So yeah, I wanted to pop in. I just finished the podcast, so I was like, it was Hannah.
Oh, nice. Keep you posted, I think.
Yeah, it'll be probably sometime next week. But I will see y'all tomorrow for sure. I'll jump in there.
Thank you for popping in.
Of course. Good to see everybody.
Good to see you too.
See ya.
Bye.
That was the Queen, Latisse.
Yeah.
We don't talk shit about her when she leaves the room. She ain't got her
You can if you
yelling
want.
in the background. No, whose arm was that? I saw.
Oh, did
y'all see that?
Arm that reached around. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, y'all ain't see that extra arm?
No.
And my brain tried to be like, mind your business. That's her arm, but no.
I did see it in the live.
Hey, you know, man.
Yeah, she didn't answer the library question.
I don't question nobody's background body parts because I had a few pop in on a few Zooms. I was like, get the fuck back, bitch. You ain't bitches just come over the crib and shit and think they, ooh, what's this? What you doing?
No.
No, you not, no. No.
Oh, Lamar.
It's just like Brian be trying to say hi to y'all. I mean, you ain't in this.
You be shit like that, they pop in. Hey, what's this? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be at a Brian level to be able to show your face.
Yeah. You at least have to be a bartender. Come on. You have to be the person with the power. Yeah.
Shannon would have body parts. But they'd be different.
Just real arms and shit just popping up. With googly eyes, keep going.
That's a fresh looking skull right there. That's a nice foot.
Shannon, do you have a drop ceiling? Is that where you store your body parts? If we come visit, our body parts gonna fall out the ceiling.
There's a window on the floor.
It's like, don't go in that room.
Get out my window on the floor.
Whatever you do.
Don't open that window. That basement, Shannon.
Like, how did you know I was there? Don't worry. Don't go there. Stay away.
Oh, I'm concerned.
About Shannon's elementary school teachers. Yeah, similar.
We're concerned about Shannon generally.
Shannon. I'm concerned about Shannon.
So I'll probably be back in September. You guys want to come over for dinner?
No. No.
Oh, hell no.
Plenty of basements in Philly.
No, you nailed that delivery. That was fucking perfect. Just to drop it in. Have dinner September. Come over. Yeah.
You know why? It's so horror show because there's a piece of me that's curious. I'm like, is Shannon gonna put me in the deep freeze? I don't know. I want to see how he do it.
Yeah. How it go down? What surprise is like? Is it a trap door or something like that, or a floor you just fall through?
How you get us in here, Shannon? I want to know. How do I get beyond the floor? No.
I feel like Jared's locked in Shannon's like basement in Philly, and that's why his Wi-Fi is fucked up.
Yeah.
Once you get into your Wi-Fi, starts fucking up.
And you know what? The message I got from Jared was unusually formal, as though it was his kidnapper. Right?
Like, aloha.
It was. Aloha, cat. I will be unable to be at the show.
He had a picture just like that. Jared's
Jared
version
in a
of
polo.
Shannon's picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared in a polo.
I don't know why he sent me this black and white headshot of him in a polo. Tell me he wasn't going to be here this weekend. I found it very odd, but whatever. It's a revolution. We accept.
I don't know what pictures you sent me.
Huh?
No, I don't know.
Remember earlier
It's a lot of questions. That's a lot. This is just an interview I gotta have with
you
me.
got questions for Shannon,
Yeah,
right? I know.
I got so much. I don't got no blind friends, bro. Like you, the first blind guy I could really kind of have a conversation with. And I got so many questions. I'm damn near 40.
Ask, bro.
No, it's too many. It's too many.
Where did this picture come from? I know. Where? How did this happen?
Nigga, how do you select pictures in your phone?
I label them.
Oh, okay.
The technology helps. Wait, now you have to break down the technology, Shannon, because when you say you label it, I think we hear that visually.
Okay. So, whatever you see on your phone is what I hear. So they call it text-to-speech technology. And whenever I get pictures, I immediately type it down so I hear like the name of it. You know, for example, the picture I have like 3 or 4 headshots. They're like headshot 1, headshot 2, headshot 3. And so I just selected one of them and uploaded it to Zoom.
Damn. All
right. This is really you.
Let's go.
Right. Which headshot is this? Headshot 1? I'm curious. This is 2?
This is 2. Yeah.
Where was this? Or where was it?
This was in Waikiki in Hawaii.
It looks like a food court. I wish I could spotlight it, but I can't.
It was outside. It was in actually a courtyard. It was my buddy's place. He did it, and it was at his.
Great picture.
Oh.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, it is a good picture.
I would never use another picture again, to be honest, if that was my picture. Like that's the picture you die in. Like that's the picture. Like that's everything.
Picture. Like that guy, the guy who took the picture was standing on a chair. Like,
yeah.
And he looking at the camera.
It's a great picture.
I really like the lean forward of it.
Yeah, the lean forward.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing great. We are not beat by him. Excellent job, everyone. Just keep complimenting him. He cannot hear this, right?
Shout out to Johnny Rocks Hollywood. How you doing, brother?
Johnny Rocks Hollywood.
Yeah, he did like acting, so that's his like stage name too. So I don't know why he calls him so bad.
Well, before Jared went missing mysteriously, Jared was roasting Shannon about this picture and was like, it's like the photographer like caught him by surprise. Like you had your back to the photographer and he was like, hey Shannon, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
And then Jared disappeared.
Yeah. That was a good joke, Jared.
Ha Jared.
It's a great joke. Pinch yourself harder.
Still funny, motherfucker.
Slap your own face.
I mean, your headshot
you got more jokes?
No Wi-Fi this week, Jared. No Wi-Fi. You only get Wi-Fi to text Cat one time. You tell her aloha. Motherfucker not gonna be there. That's it.
Yeah, that was the first time Jared ate in weeks. What we saw. Pork chops.
No wonder Jared was killing the pork chops. He knew it was his last supper. Shannon was in those. Shannon was what Jared was hiding. Shannon was in the corner. Oh my God!
He can't come back because he talked about his floor windows. Tell him about the floor windows. Don't tell anyone about the floor window.
Oh my God.
Pinch yourself. Pinch yourself. Let me see you cry.
I don't see tears.
Hey, Jared, do I look like I'm catching you by surprise? Come on, look this way. Look this way, Jared.
I'm gonna have nightmares of someone telling a child to pinch themselves till they cry. Like I didn't have the best relationship with my parents growing up. Doesn't matter, not important to this part. But like if a teacher, if I if they found out a teacher hit me, they'd be like, "What did you do wrong?" If they found out a teacher made me hit myself, that would like cross a line.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "No, that's best case scenario. That's some sex stuff. We got to get that person out of here."
Yeah, it's too deep and you can't necessarily figure it out, but you're like, that's sex stuff.
I'm certain that if Shannon's teacher is still alive, she's laying in bed thinking.
We need to find out. I need to find out.
Most type of teachers die.
I'm concerned.
They don't stick around. They don't live a long life.
Elementary school teachers.
She was making crazy decisions, obviously. She was living on the edge.
Yeah, if she's making kids,
they don't live past 40.
What else is she doing on the weekend? You know what I mean? Like,
what is she doing on the weekend? She's trying. You know what? She strikes me as the sort of person who would try to hire people to pinch themselves for her, but she's real cheap about it. So she want to give you like a nickel to pinch yourself, and we're like, we in different times now, teacher. You can't give me a nickel for that. So she's probably been stabbed for that.
She like that brag about that shit too to other coworkers. Yeah. I make a cry, and if I don't see tears. No. Oh, I know she fucking right.
That's so proud.
I took Shannon.
You guys
I told him. I said,
like terrible, but like I remember the worst thing about her was she was born on leap year. And she used to always tell everybody she was 12 years old, and that was the thing.
Come on, y'all.
Problem.
Come on,
there's a whole
problem. All right.
Come on.
How do I get out of here?
That one.
That's
Let me out.
Oh no.
I can't.
Do something.
Oh no.
This is.
Is it too late to report this? Is it too late?
No, it ain't never too late.
No.
Ain't never too late. Shannon. Ain't never too late.
They need to know.
To speak out, Shannon.
I ain't no shit.
You know there are others who are confused.
Exactly. There's others that they'll be like, damn, I used to go here. She used to make me.
Oh no.
Yup, and she kept saying she was 12. I thought that was real twisted.
You know who there are others who are just hitting themselves and they don't even know, like, they might like it and they don't even know why.
Oh man.
Man, I ain't know why I be pitched. I get my eyelashes every day.
Only one.
I think I one eyelash a day.
That's so deep.
I'm
that is
so
deep.
serious though.
Yeah.
I'm so serious.
God.
I am legit concerned.
That's complicated.
We should make sure she's not teaching anymore.
Yeah.
She should not be teaching. We need a professional involved because there's so many layers in there.
They just recently banned.
How about Kat?
Recently, like a few years ago, they stopped kids from doing. I mean, teachers from making kids do shit like holding books and shit, and like I mean, it's a lot of different punishments that they used to do back in the day. That, man, too bad. Because I started teaching, they take that shit away. But
you ain't got no rulers with tape on them.
You can't even use red ink nowadays and shit. They be like, nah, that's too much.
Wow.
Kids' eyes and shit.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Jeez.
For our special guest next week, can you just have like a professional come on to do like an intervention?
Somebody from the behavioral analysis.
Yeah.
Counselors that come on there and talk to them and get down to the root.
It's like it's the reverse now. Like, yeah, okay, this is all for Shannon. Everybody can ask questions.
Yeah. That's what it is. It ain't gonna be. Yeah. Except Shannon, it still ain't gonna be for you. It's just gonna be about you. I'm gonna be like, Shannon, be quiet. You done traumatized everybody in here so bad with your trauma. Be quiet.
It's really for us. We're trying to get through what we heard.
Yeah.
She got this herpes bump.
Frank is sobbing wherever he is right now.
Also, Shannon, the worst part of it isn't that she said she was 12. The worst part is that she made children hit themselves.
Yeah, I didn't think about that as like a terrible thing, like because I don't know. I just thought that like how it was supposed to be. I knew adults weren't supposed to be 12. That's the one thing in my 8-year-old mind. I knew teachers weren't 12. So that's what I held all these years. But yeah, so what's everybody up to tonight? You guys good?
Shannon, did she sing songs? I mean, how creepy is this bitch? I really want to unpack this character. Did she sing songs to y'all? Because you were 8, so
she sang.
No, she didn't. We didn't do song. Oh God, some of her habits. She used to. If people let's say it was a rainy day and there was mud, and you got the carpet dirty, she would make you get paper towels and wipe it down.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's just a lazy gripe. What else? Yeah. How did she traumatize you?
I guess I don't really remember. I didn't even know that was too bad until you guys reacted the way you did.
This is just part 1. I'm sure next week we'll discover.
Yeah, we'll find something.
Yeah, you're gonna remember how she played dress up with y'all, and it didn't make sense. Her costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Y'all used to play pin the tail on the me.
Oh no.
Oh, I found it out.
Oh.
Damn it. Yeah.
Pin the tail on the me. I'm gonna be on Oahu with my brother in a couple of weeks. If there's some time, I'll ask him to replay, because he had crazy shit happen to him from that same teacher too. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I guess it's not normal, but we talked about it like it was. We're like, ha, she did this to me. Oh, damn.
I did not come on here expecting to be out traumatized tonight. I really, wow.
I turned positive and I giggle at everything. That was, I told you, my life.
That's a coping mechanism.
Yeah. No wonder you a comedian, Shannon. Go ahead, Gorin.
You're strong, dude. You're real strong. Not your fault. And
it's not your fault. It's
not your fault.
You can let these teachers in your crawl space go at any time. We know you can. We believe in you. Real quick, do you know how exciting it is to look like me and have someone else be called a serial killer? Do you know how that feels? Just watching everyone pounds on Shannon. I'm just laying low, don't say shit. Do not get caught. It's fine. You said some weird brick shit that got you in trouble. Shut your fucking mouth. Gosh, Shannon's the weird one. You're right. Don't look at me. Oh, that's nuts. White people be crazy. Anyway. Oh man. You know what my favorite thing is with kids? I don't necessarily like watching kids get hit. I do love watching kids do supposedly fun things and have no fun. That's one of my favorite things to see. A child on a razor scooter crying is very funny. So I was running yesterday, and this kid it wasn't like a skateboard. It had 2 roller skate wheels and 2 little paddles, and you had to go back and forth to make it move. I have no idea what this thing was. And this kid was making it move, and it was moving inches. And they were throwing their body into it as hard as they could. And they realized how foolish they looked. And I ran 2 miles just smiling ear to ear, just watching that kid fail.
Kids are stupid.
Yeah.
I like watching kids fail. I remember one time I was babysitting this one kid. He was acting up on the bus. I might have already told y'all this because his story brought me so much joy. He wasn't mine. I couldn't snatch him up. You know what I mean? I couldn't do any of the things. So I just had to get really stoic about him acting up. And then he wouldn't sit down on the bus, and he slipped and fell kind of on his face. I gotta tell you, it brought me so much joy. I loved it when he fell down right there in front of everybody. I bet you he was quiet after that.
Yeah, you put on your face, that's like hitting yourself.
Yep, little dumbass baby.
Yeah. Now that's how you find the joy as a teacher, as a black teacher. I just watch them. They fuck themselves up. You know what I mean? or I've like in the cafeteria, like I've farted over their head. I've done that. Kept walking.
Yo,
that's great.
Creating a Shannon. You're creating.
But I never did nothing like fuck with their grades and nothing like that. I never fucked them over. But I did other shit. You know what I mean? Like.
Are you still a teacher?
Maybe not say any of these things.
Nah. I told they daddies and they mamas. They know I do a little crop dusting there from time to time.
Listen, you could destroy a kid for life if you keep crop dusting near them and walking away because they'll never think the teacher is doing it. They'll always think it's that.
Why do I smell so bad?
Targeted kid.
This is powerful.
They think it's them.
If you knew somebody could fart above you all the time.
I get the same table too. So it's table, they be cutting the fuck up all the time. Man. I'm like, you know what? I'm just and I point my head up straight to the sky, just like when I walk.
But what are you eating where you're prepared to always do that?
Yeah.
It's school lunch.
Yeah, cafeteria food, man.
That makes sense.
Every time,
square
man.
pizza.
Take a sip of that milk. Just one
sip. That carton paper.
Take that strawberry tea. It's funny, man. The kids, they call the chocolate milk fam because it's brown. And they don't drink white milk at all. They do
Stop it.
This is like, yo, give me one of the fans. We ain't got no more? Oh, I ain't drinking.
That's hilarious.
Great.
I was just talking to Frank about milk and cookies and how like when I was in boarding school, my house parent made milk and cookies, and that was like adventurous for me because where I come from, we just eat cookies. What is this milk and cookies? Like, why would I wash the taste of cookie out of my mouth with milk?
Yeah,
why would I do that?
It gets a little too soggy. This is
yeah. I didn't do milk.
It's a lot of work for no reason. I don't think the return is worth the investment.
And my hand was never small enough to like really
to get it in and really control
dipping
the dunk.
in the cup.
Yeah.
It just doesn't add that much.
No.
I don't like milk, so it's not.
I bought a whole fucking pack of EL fudge for my kids today, and they just like, man, they ain't got that struggle. You know what I mean? That fucking where they. Man, you give us cookies.
I mean, those aren't that great.
Earlier.
Cecily's like, you're not that great of a dad.
No, those aren't that great.
Name brand cookies.
She would get the cookies where it's just three kinds of.
The black and white and the strawberry.
That's all you get. That shit, that long ass pack.
Yep.
I got EL fudge. I didn't appreciate it. And I'm not going to eat these shits, so fuck. I'm just going to sit there.
Well, yeah, we used to get the EL fudge get them free. We get them free in like.
Oh.
Yeah, we get them like free in like there's like every month. I don't even know where they got it from. Maybe it's like the food bank or something. But you get like all these old food that would be almost expired. So we get those old cookies, like old Cheez-Its.
Oh hell yeah! I take some old EL fudge.
Yeah, me too. Right? It was like a delicacy.
Manny said you feed Jared old Cheez-Its.
He gets the old black and white cookies if he's a good boy.
Yeah, but you lick out the cream out of the cookies. You just hand him. You hand him the dry wafers.
Like, you don't get milk, bitch.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, EL fudge. I didn't even know that was. I didn't even know that's how you pronounced it actually until you just said. I thought it was like. I called it Elmer fudge.
Well, that's what it looks like, right? It looks like Elmer fudge. I thought you were gonna say El fudge, like El DeBarge.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Yeah. Well, y'all, it's gonna be a fun show tomorrow. This was great. We just hopped on and talked to. Oh wait, what you got? Oh, that's a cheers. Yeah, cheers. It's gonna be fun. So we have at least one surprise coming through that I'm really excited about. Something different that we're gonna do tomorrow. And the thing that we're talking about this week is You Do Know Better. And read How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram Kendi to find out that more about how ignorance is actually a myth. The ignorance behind racism itself is actually a myth, and historical relativism therefore is bullshit because they knew better when they kidnapped people, and so we can in fact know better now. So that's kind of the theme that we're working with. Brandon T. Gorin is hosting the showcase. Woo! As you can see from the optics on screen, Brandon T. Gorin is a diehard in the revolution to date, has hung out here, has like really aptly spotted the moments when he can let other non-Black people be under the bus. You really know how to dodge. You're doing some great like white person dodging and just generally hanging in here and being so much fun in this room, come what may, in the conversations we have had. So I'm excited for you to host the showcase. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. And we've been joined here tonight from the Sucks to Be Quarantined crew. Chris Espy's here. Yeah. Manny Brown is here. What were we called? What was his? The Stefan Urkel and Stephen Urkel.
Well, Manny was the almond something. The
almond brown.
Almond brown.
Almond brown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in my thing real quick.
So audience, y'all can vote. Yeah, which one is Stefan? Should Manny just stick with almond brown?
I really like that.
Almond brown? Yeah.
Which one? Almond brown, but which one was Stefan or whatever?
You want them to vote? Yeah, we all vote. Which one is Stefan Urkel and which one is Steve Urkel?
Oh, do you want that? Do you want to know that?
SB and Manny.
I don't know if I want to know
just
that.
To give you a good look, that's SB, and that's Manny, and we get to do this. We get to compare them this way. Don't try this in the workplace.
Yeah.
This is SB.
Don't say that.
And this is Manny's making it easier. Manny, that's cute. I don't know that I've seen you in a. Oh. Yo, Manny is doing it. See, Manny sees your
he's
moment.
playing up. No, don't believe him. Don't believe him.
I love that. Manny's swagging on y'all. Look at that.
He's just playing it up for the camera, okay?
Y'all didn't know Manny had swag?
This had dirty as shit. Luckily, y'all can't really see it because the computer screen is making it look all right.
Yeah.
It looked like you played tennis, man.
Yeah.
No.
Or at least like they let you into Wimbledon. You look connected.
Golf.
So which one of those is Stefan? Which one of those is Steve Urkel? Also, again, you probably can't see him on the live stream because he's a vengeful bastard. Shannon is here from Hawaii.
We're still concerned.
Still concerned. And now I'm convinced that Shannon has body parts all over his house. I'm convinced that if we go sit down for dinner, it's going to be one of those moments in the horror movie where something drips and you're like, that ain't no water. And you gotta wonder what this fluid,
No, you guys didn't hear nothing. It's all good. I'm blind. I can hear for you guys. We're good. You didn't hear anything. I love you guys.
He's telling us not to use our ears. He got it. That is very psychopathic. That's great. Yeah. So, and we also were joined by Frank Neblett from the crew earlier, and from our host panel, we have here, you remember her, Cecily. Hey. Cecily Alexandria. Disapproving. Yes. Gorin, who's going to be our showcase host tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Lamar Todd.
Yeah.
Crop dusted badass kids. Ruining lives, teaching lessons. Yeah, so y'all also, if you want to support the work, hopefully you do, of Sucks to Be Quarantined, no amount is too small. So please, paypal.me/sucks, no K at Fergie's, paypal.me/SUCS at Fergie's. I've been Kat Mosley. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for the host test. Anything y'all want to say before wrapping up?
No.
What'd you say, Shannon?
Pay us, give us money.
Yeah.
People out there.
I would not eat chitlins at Shannon's house.
I got more traumas I thought of, but it doesn't even sound real. So have a good day, guys.
No, Shannon, what's your Shannon?
No.
Maybe we should save it for tomorrow. Should we start the show off with
Shannon, what's your chitlins made of? That's what tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow to find out what Shannon's chitlins.